Ms. Fischer, you're recognized for 5 minutes. You may begin.
Good morning, Chairman Jordan, Ranking Member Nadler, and members of the House Judiciary Committee. My name is Rebecca Fischer, and I'm the Executive Director of New Yorkers Against Gun Violence, the only statewide gun violence prevention organization in New York. Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. As a leader of New Yorkers Against Gun Violence, I have devoted my career to reducing gun violence in this state. I care deeply about the safety and well-being of New Yorkers and work day in and day out to support and uplift victims and survivors of gun violence. I am committed to the safety of New Yorkers, not only because it is my job, but because I am a very proud resident of New York City, and I am a parent raising my children here. Our team lives and works here also, and we all work with victims and survivors of gun violence and violence every day. We all want our city and our state to be as safe as it can be. We advocate for strong, sensible gun violence prevention laws and policies, and we also have a gun violence prevention education and victim service support program here in New York City public schools. Because New York State has strong leadership, we have some of the strongest gun violence prevention laws and programs in the country, and some of the lowest gun death and injury rates. New York ranks 47th lowest out of 50 states in gun violence rates. But New Yorkers are still being killed and injured by shootings each year, and that is because of the national gun trafficking crisis. The national gun trafficking crisis is largely the result of weak gun laws in other states and the fact that Congress has not enacted federal gun violence prevention reforms. Crime guns are illegally trafficked from weak gun law states in the South along the I-95 corridor known as the Iron Pipeline. In New York State, we are the model for the nation on strong gun laws because it's not easy to acquire them here illegally. But states along the Iron Pipeline have extremely weak laws, and as a result, traffickers travel to these states to buy guns without a background check from reckless and rogue gun dealers. They then illegally bring them back to New York, sell them on our streets, and then illegal guns are used in crimes. From 2017 to 2021, New York City recovered and traced over 19,000 crime guns, and over 70% of those crime guns were originally purchased out of state from iron pipeline states. The guns are flowing into our most under-resourced neighborhoods, disproportionately impacting Black and brown communities. Communities that need economic investment, affordable housing, better access to education and healthcare, and so much more. This is why we strongly support community-led initiatives that are evidence-based and trauma-informed, and they work, and also have our own school education and victim support program. Our school program, Reaction, provides social and emotional support to youth victims of gun violence, their families, and their schools. We partner with community violence intervention programs, local and national leaders and lawmakers, victim support organizations, and prosecutors and law enforcement. The COVID-19 pandemic of 2020 caused a national surge in gun violence across this country. However, as more resources are put back into the communities suffering the most, public safety circumstances are improving, including in New York City and Manhattan. In the last 12 months, according to NYPD's own data, as of April, shootings and murder are down in all 5 boroughs, including Manhattan. Crimes unrelated to guns are also going down in Manhattan and across the city. Yet, there is so much more that can be done by Congress to keep this city safe, because even one victim of gun violence is too many. Congress must close loopholes in the federal background check system, protect survivors of domestic violence, pass extreme risk protection order laws, pass safe storage laws, crack down on ghost guns, and hold rogue, reckless gun dealers accountable. We need more investment in community violence intervention programs, and we need to hold the highest drivers of crime accountable. New Yorkers and all Americans, from Buffalo, New York, to Nashville, to last night's victims of the Dadeville, Alabama shooting, and every place in between, deserve to go to school, to the park, to their office, to a concert, to a grocery store, to their houses of worship, or to celebrate this nation's independence without the real and present danger of gun violence. Our children and our children's children have the right to be safe, and we need Congress, we need federal leadership to stand up and protect us. Thank you for inviting me to testify today, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you, Ms. Fischer. Thank you, Ms. Fischer. Mr. DiGiacomo, you're recognized for 5 minutes. You may begin.